Hi, anyone want to join me today for an optimist beach day in a beach town on southern coast of Kent in March in the UK? Anyone? So I had a little walk around, a little, depending on where we're from. And it's just a sweet little town. It's very much a small town on the coast here, on the south coast in Kent. It's a beautiful day, so I'm trying to maximize my sun exposure and having a slightly different change of pace and being out down on the south coast. It's not too near where I live, but it's been interesting so far. So I love those quaint little um, windows and doors. And so now here we are, look. Un, deux, trois, quatre, Cinque Ports Arms. So I found one and I'm just about to go in there and check it out, have a little respite. And sorry, it's a bit busy because it's on the high street, but here we go. If I can, I'll take some footage in there. If not, I'll see you on the beach. So I found it, I'm in, having my lunch, and it's a very pleasant day so far. I'm really enjoying it. I've noticed something. I have been reluctant since I've been a widow to go and eat on my own outside somewhere. I love my home and I love cooking usually, and I love just eating at home. I mean, I'm happy with that, but just sometimes it's nice to go out. And I've noticed today anyway that in sitting on my own here with my lunch, which I'm really enjoying because it is a lovely sunny day, which helps. but it gives you time to reflect. So I don't know whether anyone would agree with that, whether you're younger or older. If you are out eating on your own in a restaurant or wherever, you're not kind of sidetracked with a conversation with your partner, which is obviously super lovely if you love that person and you're together, and there's nothing like that companionship in that wonderful chat that you can have over lunch or dinner or whatever. But it does have some advantages being on your own as well. So that's really what I'm just sharing while I have my day out here. I'm having a fish finger and mushy pea garlic baguette, which I've never ever had before in my life. Now, obviously, being British, I've had lots of fish and chips over my years, and I love. Guess what? I've got to go with it. I do not sponsor Guinness, by the way. I just made another video recently with me drinking Guinness, so I'm just letting you know. I just love to have a Guinness, you know, with my lunch or whatever, especially if I'm out with it draft. So cheers. But I do want to just share while I'm on the go in my day is to reflect upon a couple of things when you're over 50 and heading that way, you know, to older age. So yes, reflecting is one thing that you can actually sit here and, you know, politely, not intently, but just people watch in a nice way. I'm saying nothing, you know, nothing to worry about. You know, like people, I think they're looking at me thinking, oh, you know, fine. I think about the fact that I'm sitting on my own more than they do, actually. So yeah, that's one of the reflections I was just having while I'm having my bite to eat. And the other thing is, life goes on, doesn't it? I was just thinking back to when my husband and I had young children, and we used to take ages and ages getting ready to you know, to go wherever we were going with the baby bags and the milk and everything else. So now I kind of just get myself together and go. So, but when I do go out and about and I see these groups with their young children or whatever, or families, and just thinking life goes on, and I'm happy for them. My children are grown, and my daughter has her own now, and my oldest son has his own, but I don't get to see them too much. They live way away. He's an expat in another country, as I mentioned in another video. So when we get to this kind of age, I've noticed there are things that are different, whether we want them or not. So whether we're still married or just willingly single or widowed, things change. Definitely things change. So that is one of the reflections I've had. Well, actually, there's two there, isn't there? And it's such a joy to be able to sit here and really just share a few things. They may not be very important to some people watching. They might think, well, she's just taking forever to get to the point. But the point is this is life. This is experiencing life over 50 as a widow, and my day-to-day feelings and my day-to-day experiences. So you can always swipe away. But I'm just talking to my very, very valuable subscribers and anyone else who cares to watch. So I want to document my journey from here on out as much as I can, as much as is reasonably interesting. So coming up, I just wanted to share with you before I leave you guys to go to the beach. It's a little bit cold still. I'm not swimming, by the way, and I'm not even putting my pinky toe in there. It's going to be quite freezing. So the idea is just to walk along the beach, get some feeling of the beach anyway, and walk on that sand. I might take my shoes and boots off, but probably won't, because it's just too cold. Way too cold. So this is my first beach day of the year in the UK, and I have missed the beach so very much in Florida. I mean, it's been massive. It's been massive, and the long cold winter here in England. Oh, so just to clear something up, there was a question on one of my videos. I think it was the bigger one that I've got right now about leaving England. And somebody said about, well, you know, I don't know whether they're going to have you. I just wanted to clarify that I did say in my intro that I am a US citizen. So thank God I do have the choice. I can either stay here or go to the US at this point. So I did go through the whole process of being an alien, first of all. Then I was an immigrant. I did all the paperwork. We got the green card. And then after a few years of being a good girl, but not breaking any rules, I became a citizen. So that was a very interesting process. And anyone who's intrigued or interested, I'll be very happy to answer your questions about that process. But at the time, it just seemed quite laborious. It was interesting and quite exciting, but laborious because of the amount of information they want, which is everything. Everything. So anyway, I will see you in a little bit when I get down to the beach. And amazingly enough, I'm getting to meet my long time friend. I've known her for over 30 years. She was at uni with me in London when I was training to be a teacher. And so makes us feel old when we say 30 years, doesn't it? But I'm very glad to be able to get to go and see her. She's kind of staying down here right now. So I thought I would come down here, have a little day at a beach town in March with my hands starting to feel cold already and meet my friend who I really value. Of course, I've known her for so long that she's seen me go through my whole experience of living in USA and then moving back. And now I've just told her about maybe 3 weeks ago that I did decide that I'm going to be making the move back to the USA. So that's all kind of started in motion, but I'll have to let you guys know as I go. I plan to make videos on that emotional journey, especially the emotional part of it. So anyway, that's enough about me rambling on. I will look forward to seeing you down there on the beach in just a little while. Bye. Okay, here we go. It's not spring break in Florida, is it? Not quite. So I have got my coat on now. It's pretty breezy down here. I'm just going to take a walk for a little while and chat with you. So you can see here it's like mostly pebble. It's not the fine sand very much. Not much in regards to water really, because the tide's way out there. Hopefully you can see all that. But yeah, this is the beach, folks. And Britain isn't trying to be the beach centre of the world. I'll give them that, but can be very disappointing. And I've been spoiled anyway with the Florida beaches, so I have to say have been spoiled, and I'm looking forward to sitting on the Florida beach one day soon. So I just wanted to tell you what my plans are while I'm walking here and enjoying the beach. I'm waiting for my friend to finish work, and then I can meet her down here for a walk. So basically my plans for moving are I've listed my house. Apparently right now the status quo of housing market is slow in terms of selling. Apparently it's a buyer's market, and so those of you who sold a house, you know how that goes. I think I've got it reasonably priced for the area. It's a good area and should be up there in the desirable kind of, you know, house type thing. It's small. My house is very small. It's only like 700 square feet, which is a fraction of what I had in Florida. Florida was like 2,000 and something square feet. So that was nice. But anyway, so I've listed the house and I'm praying that I can get a buyer. So anyone who wants to join me in that, please do. I don't know how it's going to go. I mean, I have heard some stories, you know, of people going on and on and on when their house on the market. So I just hope that I'm not going to be one of those people. So I'm just going to see how it goes. I might have to reduce the price a bit, but it's very move-inable. Not much has to be done to it really. So I'm hoping that that appeals to people, and then I can get up and go. So that's really the slow bit. And once I get a buyer, and I hope it is not too jostling around here for you. So as soon as I get my buyer, off we go, and we'll probably do what we did when my son and I moved over here in 2023. We literally, once the house was completed, you know, finalized, whatever you call it in America, we literally had one night. I just planned it that way really, because I'd said my sad goodbyes to all my dear friends already, and I'd planned to move anyway, so we had the one night at Pensacola Beach actually, and then the next morning off we went. So I think I will turn around because I'm working on pebbles here, which is a little bit noisy. So if you're following me there, then so obviously that's a big first step. Then I'm just going to have to wait on. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get, and the sun was shining right in my camera, so there you go. That's what people change in sometimes. I think they can hire those and just keep them. They don't get used too much, do they? Maybe like 1 month a year. Anyway, this is my beach day. Thank you for sharing it with me. I'm just about to hear from my friend in just a few minutes, which she'll be off work, so I'm sure we'll go for a walk, have a catch up, and then I'll be driving home. It's about an hour drive from here, and I did take some footage actually, which I'm going to put on another video of the country lanes. But anyway, I will always look forward to chatting with you in the comments if you've got any opinions, anything to say. I think that you would probably enjoy, if you like this one, you might like Lost Traditions of England, or my other one's about reverse expat in the UK. But anyway, have a look through the playlist please, and I'll be glad if you can subscribe. It's always helpful, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.